So welcome to XXL's Moment of Clarity podcast, which we just started doing home during the quarantine. This is our second time doing it on Zoom. Vanessa, we got Shaheen Reed, the famous, and the other famous from On Duke here. This is what we do in
brothers.
class. Usually around stuff that's going on. And we have the Locks with us on this special day.
Absolutely.
Legends. So what's up, V? How you been?
Yeah, everything's good. How are you?
I'm all right. We hanging in there.
Hanging in there. Can't believe the times, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. Some crazy shit going on.
All right, Shah, I know you know these guys well. Why don't you kick off starting the conversation? I know you're excited.
I guess my first thing will go to Styles, man. I saw that you said that you thought at one point you had the coronavirus. And I've been
happy anniversary, P. Happy anniversary. 14
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Word.
Yeah. I truly believe I had that. If I get a cold flu, it's usually like a day or two tops. I'm kind of over it. This January, though, I happen to be sick for almost like 9-10 days. I just took it to a juice cleanse and used every oil under man. Black seed oil, lysine, fucking oregano oil, everything, hot baths, Epsom salt, yada, yada, yada. And I got over it. But I had bad shivers, a horrible fever, the shakes, a cough that felt like it was cracking my chest. I was almost ready to go to the emergency room. It was so bad. I actually thought I was going to die for like 1 day.
Hey.
That sounds like it. I don't know, but that sounds like it to me, right?
Yeah. Sounds like it, man.
How did you get over it? Like what? You just stayed in the crib and.
I took black seed oil of oregano, elderberry syrup, super lysine, andrographis, vitamin C, red ginger, colloidal silver, and I sweated it out and I went on
Red ginseng.
A juice fast.
Took red ginger or red ginseng?
Red ginseng. Red ginseng pills.
I got those.
We definitely have a clip of your ear right now, just so you know.
And I just went on a juice fast, drank a lot of juice, a lot of tea, a lot of orange juice, and sweated it out and stood calm.
Yeah.
I every morning, I wake up, I'll be, up with the kids early in the morning, like 7 o'clock, 7:30, some shit like that. And, always checking Twitter. And you always have like some real inspirational joints, which you'll be sharing. Like I saw you said, I think it was yesterday or the day before that. And it was like, take something that helps your immune system. Blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all got the whole Juices for Life joint. You know what I'm saying? I think that's real inspiration. Ain't a lot of niggas, you know what I'm saying? Especially like, rappers and shit who's sharing that knowledge like that. Like how does that come from you? Like your inspiration, like every morning, like just sharing that.
I mean, it's pretty much my job, man. I mean, I want my people to feel good. Yes, I'm a rapper, but I'm a black man and a street dude first. I know more poor people than I know rich people. So it's my job to just stay on my 1-2. I think we, being from Yonkers, being in the Locks, we the group of the people. We always around people. So that's just what I do, man. Peace and blessings, boost your immune, man. Like it don't cost me nothing. It's free. Like, you know what I mean? So I just look at it like that. Like whatever I could do to play my part to help, I'm going to try to do.
Right.
Definitely. Kiss and Sheek, man, how y'all been keeping up with your time during this time in the crib, man? Y'all got little studio setups in the crib, or how y'all been keeping productive?
Nah, man, I just came from fucking jogging, bro. I try to
All
still
you
get
do
out
is
there
jog and walk, right?
Huh?
That's all you could do is jog or walk.
Absolutely, yeah. Then now let me tell you, now all the trails and everything is all crowded. People I ain't seeing years, man. Like they out there, man, dog. It's crazy. Yeah, so it's like, man, I still try to get it in and keep my my lungs and everything going. And that's about it. And, the house, build the family, watch movies, play the game. It's good, I've just been blessed the way I'm at. We don't got to be on top of each other. Like everybody's spaced out crazy. Like
Yeah, that's it.
You too, Kiss. I know right now, Kiss, you're in the house, right? It's like you don't gotta be on top.
Yeah, everybody got their own zone. Everybody got their own zone in the crib, and it's
absolutely
that's really helping out with the social distancing.
Big time.
My wife is doing an amazing job homeschooling because the kids still gotta go to school, so they got this thing on the iPad, the Dream Box, and a bunch of worksheets and a bunch of curriculum that we still have to follow. So I just been trying to help her out with that, help her clean up, help her do laundry, doing a little errands to go to the store early and pick up essentials.
Yeah.
And just stay in the house and pray.
Yeah, that's crazy. And shout out to my wife, man. She's a nurse. She out there like every day.
Definitely hero.
Her, definitely.
Word.
Every day going with these people doing all that, man, helping out. So it's pretty, it's crazy.
You want to tell her not to go at all? I mean, not that you control her like that, but
Yeah,
are you fearful of
absolutely.
going? What's the like of that?
We always have those conversations. It's, just feels it's her duty to get there and help out, man. But I tell her like, yo, once you're done, punch out and hurry up back home. That's all.
So what? She got to drive to save people? That's just innately in her.
Yeah, that's her. One of those people that felt like she had to be down there at 9/11 when she seen that happen. She felt like she needed to go there at that time. It was in her heart. Of course, she didn't go, but that's her first experience.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Much respect to her.
Yeah, thanks.
What would we do without those people right now, right?
Yo, it's so crazy that it ain't us rappers, no ball players, none of that money.
Everybody's equal right now, look.
No, dog, word, for real.
Everybody's damn near the same right now. I don't matter what you got. Man.
And it's crazy, Kiss. Like her phone ringing like crazy. Yo, you got more masks, you got more this, more that, more Z packs, more that. Like it's just, you know what I mean? They ain't even calling the rappers, the movie stars, none of that. They talking to them.
Yeah, those are the real heroes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's a different day. Do you guys feel pressure that you have to entertain people on Instagram with everybody rushing over there to do live things or, rap or do battles? Do you feel any pressure like, I got to entertain?
Let me tell you something. You might not want to hear my opinion. I used to like Instagram far as like, it was entertaining at one time, right? Like, I used to be like, yo, these guys are funny and crazy. I can't stand that shit right now. I can't wait for everybody to get back to their fucking life. I swear to God, it was Donnie talking. I can't wait for everybody to go back to their life. Yo, everybody's a GD or less philosopher on how the fucking thing got to New York, how that shit came to America. Everybody's like a nutritionist. Oh, mad personal trainers.
Yeah.
Fucking hot DJs that wasn't hot. Fucking like if the club opened up right now, they wouldn't be in the club. Like none of that shit. I can't wait for everybody to go back outside.
I've been liking the battles though. I like the battles.
Yeah,
I'm excited. I'm very excited for RZA against DJ Premier. That's
some of them joints is dope for D-Nice is in like, yo, it used to be entertaining. Now it's like, man, it's overload.
Yeah, they force feeding.
Oh my God. Niggas got all the solutions. You name it, bro. Niggas is wizards right now.
Niggas in their house going crazy. That's what's going on.
Dog.
It's delirious, right?
Hell yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. All the conspiracy theories and all that. Huh?
What are you watching? Ozark, what are you watching? What have you been caught up with?
I just got into that joint right there.
I finished Ozark. I'm watching Money Heist. Money Heist is hard.
Yeah?
Yeah, check Money Heist out. Hard.
Did you finish Power yet? I remember the last time me and Shy was with you, you were saying you didn't finish Power yet.
Yeah, I finished Power.
Okay. What did you think about the ending?
I think it was dope the way I like that. I think it was far-fetched, but I think all of the stuff that he left for them to do to get the money, I think that was dope. That was super dope.
Anybody been y'all seen Tiger King yet?
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the new episode.
They got a new one coming?
Yeah, shit's so snipey. They added another episode.
What they gonna do? Like from jail or some shit?
Probably, or all the response
he
and everything after.
He gonna
Trump
say
said he
some more
pardoned
shit.
him.
They gonna let Joe talk some more, and they gonna get Jeff. All of them.
They
They
need
gonna
to
do
get
another
Carol
episode.
Baskin, man.
That was crazy. Tiger King is dope. My man
They
was
on that
Carol
lady's
Baskin killed
ass.
the
They
husband,
on the
man.
lady.
Oh yeah. She's wild.
Carol Baskins.
Fucked
Right?
in the head.
Carol
They on
Baskin, man. She killed that dude.
The
Yeah,
real
she
shit
did that.
is that
She definitely did that.
yesterday they had the press briefings that they do every day, and one of the reporters from the New York Post, of all places, was asking Trump about pardoning homeboy. And he's like, oh, he got 22 years? He's like, 22 years for what? He's like, that sounds kind of crazy. He's like, I'm going to have to
His
look
son
at
told him that. Trump's son told him.
Yo, if Trump pardons the fucking Tiger King, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's pretty crazy.
He do that, he gonna win that.
They let Tekashi out. They let the Tiger King out.
He let the Tiger King out. He won the election. I'm telling you now, yo. He won.
Election, yeah. He
gonna make at least $100 million worth of merch.
Oh man.
He is right. What do you guys think is gonna happen with Tekashi now that he's out?
He's gonna make a bunch of money from doing this shit at his crib.
Yeah, right. That's what it is. We're just waiting for that, right?
That's
He's gonna make a bunch of money streaming.
Yeah, once he do his IG live, man, he gonna get at least 500,000 people tuned into his live.
That's facts.
Kid's crazy out here, man.
I mean, definitely gotta give a big congrats to Kiss with an incredible project. You know, one of the things that, like, you know, myself, you know, I've been in the crib, I've been talking to Sway and Heather B. Heather B has like this cooking show. So she does a cooking show and she always like plays like signature music, and it's like you're sitting around with the fam playing music and shit, like while you cooking with the kids and shit. You know, there's just a couple albums that's like really been in rotation, and definitely the Ignatius joint has been, you know, in the rotation. Like Louch is like signature, you know what I'm saying? Like music flow in the crib like forever. But how you been enjoying like this journey like with that project? I know it was, you know, we talked a lot, you know, it was just so important to you and you guys. You know what I'm saying?
It was good. It felt good to get it out before all of this shit popped off. You know what I mean? And to have it already out there in the marketplace for people to listen to while they're in the crib. But, you know, now they got me doing all of the promo shit from the crib. That feels kind of weird, but it's cool.
Hell yeah. You caught it, dog. Keep putting that out right before that. Holy shit.
That was a blessing. That was a blessing.
For real. Being able to like fly and run around how you was doing?
Yeah, promo run.
Yeah, man.
Do it in advance. Kiss, when did you get the call that your promo run was stopping? When did you get the call that, yo, you just gotta be in the crib and, you know?
Universal was one of the first shutdowns of the whole shit. They was already, when I went to LA, I had to go to LA for a run. I was supposed to go to LA, then Atlanta, then Miami. I was able to do the LA and I was able to do Atlanta, but they was calling when I left LA like, yo, all Def Jam employees, all Universal employees can't fly nowhere. But we're gonna let you go to Atlanta and finish that run, then you gotta come home.
Yeah, the label started shutting down at the same time, yeah.
Yeah, they started shutting shit down early, so shit was crazy. I was like, yo, how the employees can't fly, but the artists can fly.
I know, right?
Look, I gotta look into that. That was
You're
like,
not on their insurance, right?
Yeah. Without no fucking artists, you don't need no employee. You want me to catch this shit? What's going on with this shit? Yeah, I don't know, man. This whole thing is just, it's a test. It's a double-edged sword, if you ask me, because some people get reconnected with their families, and some dudes that haven't sat their ass in the crib in years. And then some people don't want to sit in the crib because they don't got the right crib.
Right.
And that's what's making it worse. The young kids, they can't fathom staying in the crib.
Yeah. I've been hearing about domestic violence and all that shit, like having to be around each other. That's crazy.
Yeah, have you quarantined with the wrong person? Have you quarantined with the wrong people?
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
How do you think life's gonna change? What do you think will be after this? How do you think, like, what differences do you think we'll see?
I don't think it's gonna go back to the way we knew it ever. Like, I don't think it's ever gonna get back to how life was before this. It might die down. It might go to a halt. But I don't ever think it's gonna go back to regular.
Yeah. No, I don't.
Let me get a hold on.
Yeah.
Let me get $2 to go, one for here, and let me get 240.
Tina.
Drop it in here. I'm doing an interview. Huh?
Is that the ball?
Did you have like
2 5s to go, 1 5 to drink, and let me get 2 40s.
Say that again, Rob.
Did you have any major like setbacks, like as far as like touring and all the festivals and joints coming up? You know, like.
Well, they was actually setting all that up now, so.
It just gets pushed back.
Yeah, everything just gets pushed back.
Life is pushed back, dog.
Word up.
They push back life. Everybody, the whole world's doing a bullet.
Yeah,
have y'all ever faced a obstacle? You know, I think that is pretty incredible right now that we still talking to like all three of y'all together. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, it's amazing.
You know, like niggas can't. You never really seen a lot of people like stick together, especially like.
Yeah, y'all gotta give us our award for this before something happens.
Yeah, y'all do deserve an award. You absolutely right. Y'all save a lot of niggas' lives. You know what I'm saying? Like just putting y'all music, but it's like I'm sure y'all been through obstacles before. Have you ever seen any obstacle like this that y'all been
What's
through?
good? I'm on an interview.
Nah, I say no. Never in life. This is the only people that could probably witness something like this has got to be our grandmothers or great grandmothers.
Right.
I don't know. This shit right here is crazy for me.
Especially everybody took it for a joke at first. Like, you know, I definitely didn't take it serious.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what
I'm telling
it
you,
was. Everybody underestimated and they take it serious.
Louch, I'm telling you, take it serious that night in the restaurant. You thought I was fucking high.
Yeah, definitely.
I think
I was paranoid.
Idris Elba came out and said he had it. I think that was a wake-up call for black people because there was just so many black people saying, "Oh, we can't catch it" and all of that. And I was like, I don't know.
None of this athletes didn't have no symptoms. Every NBA player, everybody that really, Tom Hanks and his wife, nobody had no symptoms. So that's why a lot of people was taking it. They wasn't taking it as serious as they should either, because even though Idris came out, KD, all of them, it wasn't coughing and none of it. They didn't have nothing.
Well, that's who they said was more dangerous, is the people who didn't have symptoms, because then they thought they were fine and spreading it without knowing because there were no symptoms.
You going outside passing it, yeah.
So we got to ask you, you know, because I know you big into the, you know, y'all all obviously all of us big into the sports stuff. Should the NBA come back?
If they could get some type of testing and play at, you know, remote locations with no people right now, I think that'd be still. I'm watching the old games, so of course I watch them in the arena with nobody.
But do you think that they should come back?
I don't know how safe it is.
Should they?
But they saying they got tested. They saying they got new tests that could give you the results in 5 minutes or so.
Should they do the regular season or go straight into the playoffs?
If they go straight into the playoffs, somebody's gonna get jerked. Somebody's gonna win it that would have never won it. For real.
Yeah, LeBron said they need at least a couple of weeks to get in the playoff, you know, the playoff shape. So,
some of them gotta be eating.
Like
crowd sucks though, man. No crowd, no fans in this. Like, you play different when people is watching. You perform different like that, man. It sucks.
Well, you know what it is. It's gonna take it back to the park or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like before they was famous.
Yeah, but in the park, you had that sideline too of people, and shorty and them looking, and you got busy.
That's that energy boost. The crowd is always a different type of energy.
Hell yeah.
Shoot, the coaches is gonna have to take that role up. unless they bring their wives or whatever.
What's the sport after basketball?
Baseball, football.
Last week.
They got the draft coming up, the NFL draft. They said they're gonna do like a
Football said they're staying the same on timing, but they're doing
Yeah.
a virtual draft on
They're doing
some
this.
type of shit.
Yeah, the draft.
Crazy.
You're just not gonna see the regular people. But you know, shoot, the draft ain't really. Back in the day, they used to just run the ticker under the screen for the draft. Like they just really figured it out in like the past 20 years to make it a big TV thing. But back in the days, the draft wasn't like super crazy like that as far as football go. NBA was always crazy.
Nah, you right. That ain't something that we can do without the draft. Not do without it, but it wasn't. You know, we used to watching the draft at home. Unless you're a media guy like yourself, you might have to be there. Y'all might have to be there or send somebody. But I can just wait for whoever get drafted. I don't really need to see the draft like that.
Yeah, because
It's different.
I guess the question too though is like, you know, with the NBA shit, because it's current, it's like some teams have an option to kind of like move around a little bit, you know what I'm saying, and like get into certain positions to get into that top 5 or top 10 or some shit like that. And you know, if they don't bring the season back, it's kind of like it is what it is like right now. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of wild. You know what I'm saying? Like you never really seen no shit like that before.
Even with the NCAA, who is no winner. It's like
Right.
no crown holder, no bragging rights, no tournament. That's nuts. Like how you close the book on this like
yeah. I don't know if NBA is coming back because it's like I don't feel like we're gonna get out of this corona stuff for at least like June. The way it's going, just
For lock inside.
right, Luke.
It's crazy.
It's a lot of shit they saying.
No, dog, they playing all old shit on ESPN and all that, man.
And then yesterday,
Yo, kids,
They played on ESPN.
niggas said they had Baby Boy on ESPN. They said they had Baby Boy on ESPN the other day, kids. Yeah, Baby Boy.
I knew this shit was real too when they was like, we about to play a program where these niggas gonna be playing horse. I was like, damn, we about to play like ESPN and these niggas gonna be playing fucking horse. Like that's pretty crazy. That's pretty wild. That's pretty wild. And they were saying yesterday too that they gonna make these niggas give back a lot of their money.
I know D
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
D Nice benefited more than anybody from this whole shit.
Really though.
yeah.
He lit.
Yeah.
He was trying to have to come up with that first night, that the idea first, right?
Yeah, he lit.
I think so.
That shit was on fire.
lit.
I was
Yeah, Michelle Obama checking in, Biden checking in, Oprah checking in.
Crazy.
Doesn't really get much bigger, right?
But you know, y'all brother Swiss he's the Vince McMahon now. Swiss is Vince McMahon right now. He
Swiss Don King out this nigga right now. This is what he really is. He's Don King in this situation right now.
Yeah, Swiss and Timberland is like Don King. And the other nigga, who's the other nigga that's involved with all the tours and boxing and Al Heyman.
Al Heyman.
Him and Timberland.
Al Heyman.
Al Heyman.
I love it, man. What do y'all think about RZA versus DJ Premier? I think that's gonna be crazy.
Both classic.
I ain't gonna lie. I've been like Louch. I've been staying the fuck off the gram. I go for a couple minutes and I get out of there.
Absolutely,
that shit is the
man.
most irritating shit ever.
Yo, bro, I thought it was just me, man. Holy shit.
You know why? For me personally, you know me, Louch. You know I'm half Malcolm X, half Hood. But it's like niggas is dying and just care about stupid shit all day.
Yeah.
Like, at some point, you got to start taking real shit into consideration. Groceries, flashlights, shotguns if you could get them. Shit,
We're
the boost
losing
and shit.
600-700 New Yorkers a day.
Yeah, like
I
I
went
just found out.
shotgun shopping, I went shotgun shopping, right? That's
That
how I
line was
knew
down the block.
dog. How niggas is getting all the toilet tissue and all
Yeah,
that.
the line was down the block. I've been in.
The gun store was around the block.
Yeah.
Gun sales are through the roof. Yeah.
Yeah, mine's
It
too.
wasn't
That's
playing,
crazy.
dog. It wasn't playing. That shit was dead serious.
Come. You gotta try it upstate, Kiss. It's a little better.
No, that's where I went. I went up by you.
All right, yeah, hell yeah.
I got in and out. I got my shit.
Yeah.
That's the only problem with the gram. That shit is a big distraction for what's really going on. A lot of people ain't gonna pay attention to that.
Are your kids all over it? Watching it? Obsessed with it?
I try to turn the channel. I try to make them watch something else.
Yeah, I got my kids watching Disney Plus and all that.
I mean Instagram. Are they on Instagram a lot? Or are they on social?
Oh, yeah, my son is.
Is 23, so I can't control him. But my little kids, my younger ones, they don't look at the gram at all. Try not to let them look at the or listen to the news either.
My son is I don't know what he be doing. He be off and on.
Oh man, valid. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
valid.
I only go to the gram for entertainment. I used to only go for entertainment to laugh. That's how I take Instagram. You know what I mean? I'm one of those guys. I'm really not a social media dude, man. But I go there to laugh. But now it's just crazy. That motherfucker's nuts out there, man.
I mean, one of the biggest things getting buried right now is this election coming up, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, see, Bernie dropped out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Trump gonna win that. Everybody know that already.
I can't say that. I can't say that. I can't accept that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
think about it though. I'm just saying though, like if I'm the last guy that's pro-Trump, but if Hillary was president right now, we may have been super fucked.
Why do you think that?
Cause she with all the powers to be. He ain't. He just want his racist shit and stupid shit, but he feel like he is.
Bread. He just want bread.
Yeah, he already had bread. Like he wasn't military, he wasn't political. I ain't for him, but I'd rather him be the president right now than Hillary, to be honest with you. Because Hillary would have did anything for the powers to be. Trump says a lot of shit against them. Even though I think he's an asshole, he still speaks out against the powers to be, though.
What about Trump or Biden?
Yo, Shab, how is Bernie doing? I don't really know. I heard he was getting like beat up in a lot of them states and polls.
It's a wrap, Louch.
Bernie
lost 2 months ago.
Yeah,
Bernie is out.
But out of the blue.
Yeah, 2 months ago, he was just holding on, man. He lost 2 months ago.
But like he was the man to beat at one point, right? Like
right.
They were going about beating
around right now. There's a whole story about the Democrats is all like thirsting. They're waiting for Obama to like really make his first official public entrance into it. You know what I'm saying? So he's been like they said that he had a conversation with the dude Bernie like last week or like 2 weeks ago or whatever. So
Obama?
Yeah.
So he's about
to
jump in. Yeah, he's about to jump in and get like real aggressive, like with it, whatever. There was like he's been waiting for like the past 4 years to like really do something, and he hasn't really done anything in the past couple of years. And you know, that's why a lot of those people started falling in line and started like, oh, we're going with Bernie, because they knew that Obama was going to jump on at some point, and there's really nothing that they can do. He got a good shot. It just depends, but at the same time, people got to remember, Obama also helped Hillary, and she didn't win. I was at the Jacob Javits. Me and Shah, we was at the Jacob Javits Center the night when Hillary lost. That was one of the saddest shits I ever seen in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they really thought that she won, and it was just such a fucking depressing moment in politics. It was crazy. So Obama got to be careful, you know. And I think that a lot of these celebrities too, you know, when you get artists involved, like they did the whole thing with LeBron. You know, he did Jay-Z, Beyonce, everybody, they all got on their side. Like, I think that celebrities might want to take a pause, you know what I'm saying, on like really vocally like supporting these candidates, because the shit is
that's why you're not seeing them.
It's not working for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, Hillary had every fucking body. She was on the Breakfast Club, she had Karen Civil, she had, you know, all this shit. She targeted the black community, and that shit did not work.
Yeah.
That motherfucker Donald Trump came in and smoked her ass. You know what I'm saying?
You know why it didn't work? Because the white community already realized she's shitty.
Yeah.
He was already up on it. They already was on her history and what she was doing. While the black community, we was thinking about fucking Bill Clinton eating fried chicken and playing the sax.
Yeah. You can put anybody on. It's like your music. You can put anybody on the album. That don't mean shit. You can have every artist on there. That don't mean shit.
Right.
I seen comedies that had all kind of comedians in it. That shit was garbage. Like, you know what I mean? So that shit don't always work. All these endorsements.
Yeah, nah, it don't. Nah, it
I feel like the Democrats, man, they had such a long time to pick a bulletproof candidate. Like I don't know what they was doing with all of this time. Like once it was clear that Trump was the winner, they should have like really been focusing on getting like the real bulletproof candidate,
Getting
man.
the rock star, right? Getting the person, the new Obama, if not to replace him, but who was the new person that was going to inspire people, right?
Yeah, so they just
Only thing they gave us close to that was Bernie.
yeah.
That's a fact. You got to think about it. We just keep listening to what the news say. Like, right? When Joe Biden was the vice president, nobody said shit about him being racist. Then he ran for president. Then they start bringing up his racism. It's like they dictate what they want to us. And it's like we just grab onto it and we don't be doing our own homework. And that's what's the real problem is.
That's real
at
shit.
the end of the day.
They ain't doing the right proper homework. You right.
I mean,
like how we got mad and called him racist when he was running for president, but nobody said that shit with his vice president. It's fucking weird.
Like they hop on every bit.
Yeah. So you don't think if Joe Biden was president right now, we'd be in a better situation with this pandemic versus the other guy?
I can't say.
Who you asking?
Yeah.
They all got shit up their sleeve. It's just about which sleeve they want to play with when something happens. But all of them's crooked if you ask me. Everybody got a little bit of.
Is he folding laundry? What's going on?
I think Cuomo is coming out.
Folding up the laundry, don't mind me.
No laundry going on, yeah.
Cuomo looking like the president.
He got to multitask.
Yeah.
But I feel like Cuomo is looking good, man.
He's looking like the president. He shouldn't have left, right?
Cuomo is going.
Yeah.
Cuomo is lit right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody love him except his brother. All his brothers. Oh mom.
His brother.
But Cuomo
His brother's
doesn't
doing
have time
the
to run
casting
for
from his
president.
couch.
Yeah. Putting up his X-rays.
Right, man. So when all of this is over, man, are y'all gonna like jump back on the road and do what y'all been doing, or is like y'all gotta reevaluate the traveling and all of that stuff?
Of course, you got to move safe. You got to move safe, but I can't wait to get back out.
Now we got going on now.
Yeah. You got to go, you know.
Target, it was amazing.
Here's one thing we ain't saying. What if they say we all got to be vaccinated to do anything?
I'm getting vaccinated.
No, I never thought about that.
I'm getting vaccinated.
We'll get to that.
These is where
I'm getting vaccinated. I'm taking flu shots, all that shit, man.
I might come to your crib for my shit, look.
Absolutely.
That pea shoot the whole family.
That's where I get mine at. That's where I do mine at home.
If I gotta do it, I'm doing it with your wife.
Thank God, bro. Yo, man, thank God for me. I got shields and gowns and shit. Everything. Yeah. Word.
I can't get vaccinated. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, a lot of people feel that way.
Talking about putting it. They saying this. You hear about that? Is a chip gonna be in the vaccination?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I can't get vaccinated, dog. Like, Louch, you lucky because your wife know what to do at home and know the right shit to get. That don't mean that's happening at the hospital.
Yeah.
That's a fact, too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, true. Everybody might got the chip in them already, though, bro. Who the fuck knows, man? It seems like nobody don't know shit right now. It's crazy. It's out of like everybody's hands. Even announcements on TV when they come on, they say the same shit over and over and over. Just tell you different rates on who died.
Yeah. And that vaccination, man, it's like
We need China, we need Cuba. Trump gotta apologize.
Yeah, that vaccination game is very real. You know, like Style was saying, like, you know, I got a 3-year-old child, and he goes to like this Catholic school that in Jersey that's mad like
You have to get it
aggressive.
done, right? Yeah,
If you don't show them the records, they won't
Yep.
let them go.
absolutely.
And I was, you know, we be on that Dr. Sebi shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I'm not letting these motherfuckers inject them with some shit that what we don't really know about. You know what I'm saying? And
How you get around it?
we had to switch schools for them.
Oh wow,
Yeah, we switched, and we lost a good chunk of money.
absolutely. Yeah,
And then like my son, you know, we got a 6-year-old son. We just had a brand new baby boy. And,
Right.
thank you, bro. And his 6-year
Blessings.
anniversary, his 6th month had came up like last week, and they was like, "Yo, we want you to come to the hospital so we can get his 6-month shots because kids get their 6-month shots like half year." And I'm like, "Nah, you're not doing that. You're not, especially now. You're not injecting nothing in them now." You know what I'm saying? So this shit is tricky. So you got a real gem on your hands because you got the shit in your crib, and that's your wisdom. You know what I'm saying? So that's mad real. That's the only way that I would trust some shit. But walking into some office and I'm like, nah, we not dealing with that. That's not gonna happen.
Damn. It's crazy because that's requirements for these schools and all that shit. Damn.
Yeah, but they ain't even saying like this is what we saying. Like this is why this other shit is fuck shit. Like if we don't know and we ain't paying attention to this shit, you know how many they charging autism, the top doctors of the world to basically tell you autism is because of these vaccinations.
Yeah.
And that's the top, that ain't no hood shit. This ain't no conspiracy theory. This is looking up doctors and what they say. So why the fuck would they want to keep vaccinating people if they fucking finding kids autistic because of the vaccinations? How is that gonna work? Then on top of that, you gotta ask yourself, how the fuck is Bill Gates? I'm just regular common sense. What does he have to do with medicine? He's a computer guy.
Bill Gates is behind all of this shit.
Well, he's got 7.
Oh shit, with the depopulation and all that.
They said Bill Gates is behind the.
That's what I'm saying, kids. That's common sense. Like if somebody did a talk and said they believe in depopulation, why would anybody in the medical field even talk to them? Fuck going deep into conspiracy theory. I ain't with all that. I'm just with common.
It's about bread.
Sense.
It's bread, dog.
And the crazy shit, yo, Kiss, you know the crazy shit, they get you with the sports and all that shit because like to even play on the team, you got to get that shit done. You know how many kids gonna argue with their parents and saying fuck that?
They know what they doing. Bring every major sport back. All of them gotta get it.
No, and them kids gonna argue with their parents like, man, I'm getting this done. I'm getting on that team. I'm telling you. Yeah.
You know what they're doing. It's crazy.
I think they're gonna try to require everybody to get it in some type of way, like some type of travel or some shit. Like you gotta have.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to travel. You ain't gonna go to the gym. You ain't going to sporting events. That's what they're gonna pull. You just seen the dude.
That's the new mark of the beast. It ain't gonna be 666 across your head. It's gonna be the vaccination.
Your body.
And you know they just opened up, you know, Wuhan, where this shit originally came from. They opened it up within the past couple days, and so like 2 days ago, they started letting people travel. So they're all at like so they was showing like this video of like the people at the train station.
They was packed
at the train station testing them, and if they have a fever, they won't let them like go and get on the train and go wherever they gotta go. So they at least they taking the shit real.
What's the subway going to be like? People have to get back on the New York City subway. How gross that's going to be?
The road is going to be in the subway forever, I think.
Right. I mean, how could you ever be safe in the subway again? What'll that?
But check this out. Look, everybody, all of us right now, we live a pretty decent life. We able to work from home on the phone right now.
Right.
If you got a service job, public transportation is still running. There's still people on the bus. There's still poor people, no job, they got to get on. How the fuck do they say I'm a duck the virus?
Right.
They live in a poor environment. If they say they ain't going to work, you know how many people I know that gotta go to work?
Absolutely.
You
Shout
fuck.
out to them, man.
Yeah, I just sent this article to Shy like before this call about this nigga in Atlanta who's a barber, and they shut his barber shop down, so he was on house calls, and the nigga started doing like house calls, and he died. You know what I'm saying? Like from catching shit.
That's worse than a bus driver.
Yeah, shout out to sanitation, everybody that's keeping the
See
shit
that
going.
bus
man.
driver
Word.
that put
Yeah.
Oh, the guy that the person sneezed on him and he died a couple of weeks later.
And he was complaining about it.
all of the workers.
Yeah.
Man. All,
Word, sanitation, all that crazy shit. Love you guys right now.
And the fucked up part is somebody know the answers, dog.
Bill
Somebody
Gates.
somewhere sit there and know what the fuck is going
Bill
on.
Gates.
So where do you think this came from? Where do you believe this came from? You believe it's
He
a
made
market?
it.
Huh?
They watched
He
the
said Bill Gates.
Nah, actually, I don't think Bill Gates
Nah,
created
Bill ain't do that shit.
He didn't do it, but he's involved. Listen, how the fuck did every CEO step down, including Paul Rosenberg?
Bomb, kiss.
Something right there. Y'all laughing, but this
I ain't laughing. That's real.
And not only that, they sold their fucking stocks. That's the shit that what a lot of people they sold all their fucking stocks.
Bomb, dude.
People in the White House who sold all their stocks right before the shit happened, and they made a lot of money from off of the shit. Martha Stewart went to jail for that same thing.
Something gotta be up with that. Every damn CEO stepped down. Nah,
I'm listening.
Nah, that's the truth. Look how much money Disney brought in.
Follow the money, dog.
Follow the money.
Nah, you gotta follow.
It's gonna
the
be
money,
100 of
dog.
those. It's gonna be 1,000,000 of those, though, dog. The way they blame everybody, dog. We don't know, man.
No, but that.
Nah, Louch, you got to listen.
Niggas bang their leg on the table. Niggas bang their leg on the table. Say, "Man, I hate Trump." Man, get the fuck out of here. He ain't do that shit, man. Everybody, man. I don't know.
I ain't blaming everybody. I'm not blaming everybody. And I expect the 1% to do what they do. That's what they do. But if we don't start waking up and seeing what they do, then we fucked up too. Like right
What
now.
can we do? Is there anything we could do, or no? You just got to be knowledgeable. Like, we can't even go and protest because now we're gonna get sick on each other. What do we do?
Let me ask y'all something. Everybody here, every one of us, right? Every one of us on this group chat had to run out and get a face mask, gloves. You got to do all this shit just to go to the supermarket. Has any one of us seen Trump, Dr. Fauci, fucking Dr. this and that?
With masks and gloves, you right.
They ain't wear masks and gloves yet.
They don't got masks and gloves on at none of them press conferences. Not
none of them.
Trump
yet.
None of them, right?
Think about if you see Trump in a face mask or Dr. Fauci. I'm not big on conspiracy. I'm just big on common fucking sense. Like the news telling us this is gonna be the worst thing ever. But ICU numbers is down. But a lot of people gonna die, but ICU is down. I'm not a big conspiracy theorist, but that's fucking hard for me to contemplate and figure out. How are the hospital numbers down, but the deaths are up? I just don't know. I'm trying to make logic of it myself. I don't know.
And you know,
if there's no cure, man, everybody's just guessing, man. It's the same with cancer, man. If there's no cure, everything's experimental, dog.
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting too that they said that the majority of the cases and the deaths with the coronavirus, specifically in New York, is within the minority community, the blacks.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So that's saying something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Queens is the biggest place right now for it.
Yeah, that's.
And what's you exactly right, Rod Dukes, but exactly more. They just found that out 2 days ago.
Right.
Nah, they've been knew that shit.
Yeah.
So we just getting that information, but they just found that out 2 days ago. That sounds crazy though to me. The top government in the world, the #1 country in the world, #1 tech, #1 scientist, #1 this, #1 that. Now this shit, we've been in the house for 2 months. Now we just finding out that black people got you been knew black people was the most fucked up in the hood because that's like when they said you could get tested, right? And remember, if you pay attention, the first testing place in New York was New Rochelle, New York, Cuomo on the news. But you had to have a referral from a doctor, your personal doctor. how many poor people have a personal doctor to get a referral from?
Man, listen,
Real shit.
you know that shit is real when they start letting niggas out of jail. You know, my brother, like my brother, you know, he did some joints, he did some stretches, and we spent a lot of money. And I was talking to him, and he was like, damn, he was like, you know, I don't wish I was in jail right now. He was like, but damn, this shit would have been the perfect timing because they would have let us out. And that shit is crazy. I was watching this video in Mexico, and they let out like 700, like 800 niggas like from out of jail. It was just like running out the jail. That shit is crazy.
They said today there was a jail in, I think, Washington, and the inmates said that if they don't get released or get help, they threatened to set the jail on fire and take the guards hostage.
Man.
That was this morning.
Somebody called me from county jail saying they fucked up.
Yeah.
Right here in Valhalla. In Valhalla right now saying people getting sick. They ain't moving people.
I mean, what do y'all think about that? Because, you know, one of the things that, again, you know, obviously, like, we all got, you know, people who's affiliated with these situations. And, you know, me, myself, like, my brother is my younger brother. My younger brother, you know, he did like a 20-year stretch, you know what I'm saying? And I would always, you know, when I go see him, I give him music and shit and magazines and all that. And, you know, he was always like real big on the Locks and CNN and a couple other, you know, groups from out of New York and shit like that. Y'all always speaking to that system, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you think about, like, just them now having like this opportunity? Like, you ain't gonna see no shit like this before. They just like, yo, you can just go. We gonna let you go. You know what I'm saying? There's mad people who's R. Kelly and, you know, Weinstein, everybody, they all trying to get out of jail right now. Like,
They denied them, right? What is it? What's the stipulations of it of letting you go? Like, I know they denied R. Kelly, but like
I think every jail.
So yeah, go ahead, V.
I think every jail is different in what they allow, if they're going to release them or not. You know, and it's interesting because you're talking about R. Kelly technically hasn't been found guilty yet. YNW Melly hasn't been found guilty yet, but they haven't let them out. But they let Tekashi out, who was found guilty, you know, who already, you know, had already settled up his case and everything. So I really think is it a state prison? Is it a federal prison? And
Right.
then it's up to prison's discretion. And I think the jails are functioning different than the prisons.
Right.
My thing is they
levels though. Federal, county, they let niggas out from everywhere.
But do you have to have like only like a couple of months left on your time, or like what is it?
I think everybody's different.
I think it's a case by case.
And I think it's how sick the prison is, which they're not telling us. Like, how many cases are in that prison before they let
you go? It's case by case. I think it's case by case.
Also that
they ain't letting
we might have to really to think about this. They may say fuck jail because everybody's in jail now.
Yeah.
They got the whole system now. They figured out the way to do everybody without just the criminals or people who've been accused of crime. We all in jail right now.
Yeah, Shy said it best. He was like, yo, we on house arrest. He put it the best way. And shout out Styles, my man, African Connect, my man Lou. You know, I've been talking to him. I know that's your people's, Lou Africa.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
yes, he is.
That's my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, he loves Styles and shit, you know, and I've been talking to him and I was like, damn, this nigga's over in South Africa right now and he's going through it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is a very real situation.
Yeah, it is. And I think that's what we don't get. Like, it's a lot of shit I think we just pay attention to what's fun and what's happening, but not really pay attention to what's going on as a hip-hop community and a black community. Like, do anybody on here know that the Chinese people own TikTok?
Yeah. That's the big thing about how TikTok's infiltrated, or the Chinese have infiltrated with TikTok and how dangerous it is to post up there. Because there's a lot of people on social who talk about that.
Yep.
I don't think hip-hop cares. They just want to make a funny dance.
Right.
We ain't say nothing about them. And the thing about it is, it ain't about the dancers. They steal all your information and use your, they look at everything beyond what you're thinking. Like, And they use that against us as people. Like, we don't even know about that shit. It's too much we don't know about. Yeah. To be honest with you, we all fuck because there's too much we don't know about that they plan about years and years and years ahead. And we don't listen to the people who know about this shit, who's talking about it. So
TikTok used to be for the kids, man. Them having fun and shit. These grown motherfuckers get on there, man, and start fucking taking over. Before
yeah, but they had that plan for the kids, Louch. Yeah. That was the plan. Let's get your kids first, see their movements, and once you say, okay, I accept the app, they can get into every other app. They can look at your pictures, your history, every other app, and these are things we don't know. You sign on, like when we was doing this today, I said, damn, if I got to sign up for the app, I got to look and see if they're going to use my likeness. This is shit we don't even give a fuck about or care about because we don't even know to.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's important because they was talking about like with Zoom, there's all these issues with Zoom, which a lot of like schools have been using. Like my kids use Zoom, you know, and we had to stop them from using that. And Mayor de Blasio, they expelled Zoom for like all the schools in New York City. And, you know, because people been going on there and doing all this crazy shit or whatever. And then they were saying, aside from that, that they take all the people's profiles and they put it in like a database. So where people...
What they use, because you gotta check in the morning for school, right? Your kids?
Yep.
He's online. My son too. They take attendance on what they use if it ain't Zoom. What is it?
So we started using, it's called Cisco. We've been using Cisco and using Skype. They still been using Zoom this week, but it just came up this week. Gotcha. So going into next week, so now they have like an Easter break, you know what I'm saying? So after that, then they're gonna do like a new rendition of it. But yeah, it's crazy. There was a guy, the black guy, who's like the only black guy from the NHL, for the Rangers. He does like these Q&A chats, and he, like every Friday, and he got on there, and some guy was in there, nigga this, nigga that, like putting it on across the screen and shit like that. So Zoom they've been catching like a lot of crazy heat. But you know, an alternative to that is Skype that you know you're using now, and then there's a couple
Hangouts, right?
Hangout, and then there's something else new that Google did called Google Meet.
All right.
Oh, so they wilding out on Zoom?
Oh, they're going crazy.
The
told everybody to go to Facebook, right?
Yeah, they're going crazy. That the guy, like I was saying, the guy who plays for the Rangers, black guy, he does like these chats on Zoom every Friday, and he has like millions of people. Some guy got on there and he put a graphic up the whole time, and it was like nigger, like for the entire time. And mad people was like on the chat and shit. So, and they, you know, they've been talking about how kids have been in school. Like they just arrested somebody because he was targeting like all these different like Zoom chat rooms or whatever. Just like, you know, putting all this crazy shit. So you definitely got to be careful if you got your kids and they doing that with their schools, because a lot of schools is doing that just because they don't know technology. They don't understand that there's other alternatives. It's not just Zoom. There's like 4 or 5 other different opportunities for you to do like live things like a Skype, like we're doing now. But they just do Zoom. You know what I'm saying? But they've been like attacking them and shit like that. Like you definitely got to pay attention to that shit. Like for real.
Yeah, all this,
you got young kids.
That's like I'm saying. All this electronic shit, like I'm fucking 45, bro. You think I'm gonna keep looking at every app and everything I do every time? And
yeah.
I never knew the seriousness of them taking all my information.
Yeah, I feel you. Especially when you mad busy, you got like a bunch of other shit going on. Like you don't have the time to be sitting down and be looking at a chat room or some shit like that. You know?
Like before I didn't even know about it, but like before Corona, I play a game called Wordscapes, right? They advertised another game. Now I wanted to get the game. I said, let me just go look at this shit and I was so high, I said, let me just read what the laws say on the game, like the privacy thing and all that.
Yeah.
They basically said we're gonna take all your information, your pictures, your messages, and I was like, what the fuck would they need that for?
Right.
And I never looked at that before. Like I just buy a game and I buy the game. Like, you know what I mean? I want to play the game, I buy it. I don't sit there and read the whole Privacy and Laws Act. I ain't even read the shit on my phone where they tell you it's radiation on the phone.
Right.
You could go to general on your iPhone. If you got an iPhone, you could go to general. You could go to settings. You could go to about. Then you could go to law. And then you go to RF RF rules, the RF thing, and they tell you this phone that probably all of us on right now got too much radiation to hold up to your ear.
Right.
Why the fuck build a device you can't hold up to your ear if you can't hold it up to your ear? Why do I gotta fucking go into RF legal to figure out to put my phone on speaker and use speakerphone? Why the fuck they ain't just say, yo, the shit is like a microwave, put it on speaker to everybody? Then who owns that? We gotta ask ourselves that.
Yeah, you know, there's literally a lot of these people who own like these big platforms like Facebook, and that's why Facebook got into a lot of trouble, like with the elections and stuff, because they expose behavior that they was doing. But there's a lot of like websites where they do shit like when you go there, they travel your behavior, like where you go to next after them and the next place and shit like that. And they'll put ads in front of you. And you know, that's the same thing what they talking about, like with things like with the Alexa device, you know,
Right,
like maybe like Alexa listens. That shit is actually really true. You know, so if anybody has Alexa, like what you really should be doing, if you're not using it, you unplug it. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit be listening. It's no coincidence. Like I'll be sitting in my crib and me and my wife would be having a conversation.
My shit plugged up right now.
Yeah, me and my
Never just
so peep it.
Staying alive.
Me and my wife will be having a conversation about some shit, and I'll get on Facebook like 20 minutes later, and there's an ad that pops up.
An ad for that shit. There's an ad there for that.
Yeah.
Right after. Not even Alexa. Our phones, our cable boxes. You ever turn off your TV and keep hearing the cable fucking box all night?
Yeah.
All night. You can turn off if you gotta. They say you gotta. Fucking iPhones tells you to turn your phone off and go put it somewhere. And they made the phone, but we don't know the shit.
My phone in another room. I've been waking up feeling good. I ain't gonna lie. I got
crazy. I've been hearing this shit since the Razor. I had a Razor back then. The flip phone shit. They say I had 10 years left.
You got a man that
with the radiation.
Jaji, right?
Yeah.
I just got a flip phone from him because I'm going back and getting off.
They said we was gonna die from them Razor phones when we had them since. They said we had 10 years.
Yo, Louch, check it out.
I'm 112 now.
Nah, Louch, check it out, though.
I'm 112 years old now, dog.
No, Louch, check it out, though. Check it. You gotta check it out, Louch. It's a lady called Dr. It's a lady called Dr. Deborah Davis, right?
This one got too many. It fucked up his wrist and it fucked his eyes up. He's selling them rapidly every day. But he don't got one. He got
eyes. I see your eyes getting fucked up.
That's how he makes
you got. Yo, I'm gonna leave my shit downstairs or something. See if I get a good night's sleep, man.
Yo, Louch.
Let me tell you, it's probably because niggas ain't calling you, and you ain't online and shit trying to check your phone. That's why you slept.
That ain't it, nigga.
Anything else you guys want to add? We really appreciate
Loyalty and love, y'all. New single out right now. Project coming. Everybody, huh?
I said, go ahead, plug. Let's hear.
Loyalty and love, the new Louch single and all that. That's out right now. Check it out, y'all. It's fire and more to come.
I was looking for that poster, Sheek, that you was talking about a big. You know what I'm saying? That you be talking. Lick shots at the poster.
That's that reservoir. What's that? That reservoir dog shit?
Yeah.
Back up a little.
That's one of the illest lines ever in hip hop.
That's what's up.
For real.
New Louch music coming, y'all.
All right, you gotta come do this with us again.
Absolutely.
Boost your immune system, y'all.
Yes, sir.
And save y'all money. See this way. See. Everybody save their money.
All your loved ones working out there as nurses.
Boost your immune system.
Thank you.
All right, y'all.
Love.
Be safe, man.